So we're talking about nurturing. There's three relationships, core relationships that combine to create a culture, create a potential combination of culture intangibles that we want to measure. And we talked about three primary colors. How could there only be three relationships? And I said, well, look around you, and there's really only three primary colors. What I'd like to do, and I think helps understand how these relationships work together, is obviously not just three relationships. It's a combination or a fractal of these relationships that creates the reality, just like the colors you see around you.
So you get mauve and yellows and all sorts of...
Yeah. But
it's a combination of those three.
Of these three components. But let's keep it simple. Let's say nurturing is green. Okay, like green. Now, there's going to be all different shades of green.
Yes.
But you are primarily a nurturer.
Yes.
You're primarily a green, which sets up the context for all the relationships within that spectrum.
Right.
And there's going to be a whole bunch of them.
And this is something that individuals are innately one of these three as well, are they? Their preference.
They have to, no two people are the same, but everybody will have a dominant.
So a snowflake all has the same inherent structure, but actually each one is different.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and there must be categories, I bet, of snowflakes.
Or tendencies, within that.
Okay.
So the tendency individually, and we'll try to start big to begin with, and then work our way down to individual. But as an individual, if you're primarily a nurturer, then there's certain things that you would be doing that involve helping other people understand who they are, that are not competitive, that are developing a safe environment, that really stewards a cause, that would make you a nurturer.
Yes.
Primarily, not people are more complex than that, but you're primarily that.
Yes.
Now, nurturing is great. We talked about the importance, and probably it is the most important component
of being human.
Well, you got to be careful because I don't want to judge either one of these relationships. But in terms of the amount of it, that
you need it. Humans need it.
We need a lot of it.
Well, we know that with that all the terrible history of Romanian orphanages, the babies that were treated transactionally, fed, wiped, burped, and so on. Many of them died.
Yeah.
Most of them failed to thrive because they were missing the nurturing, the real nurturing.
We get in big trouble when we treat nurturing relationships as transactional relationships. They don't work, and usually we're trying to fix a problem, a root problem with it's just something that won't fix it. Because it's tangible. We're going back to how can we measure this thing so that we can create a tangible.
Keep going back to school again.
Exactly. But nurturers would never survive on their own.
No.
And you can't grow a purely nurturing culture will not grow.
Yes.
It will die because a bunch of people, not to get over dramatic, will be basically sitting around hugging each other, and talking
they're not
about
going.
How should be better,
they're not going somewhere into the future, and they're not basically bringing home the bacon either, are they?
No. There is. Nurturing is important, but it will not create wealth. Yeah. You cannot create financial wealth or things that you need functionally from this. These are systems of human interaction, but they don't create material things.
Yes.
You need a whole other set of relationships that are going to create the roof over our head. They're going to bring the food to the table. In old terms, but now actually create money. Because it's the money that allows us to give us the resources so that we can nurture. Now, the complication is going to be the values that create this world of wealth kind of conflict with the values of a nurturing area, and we got to be careful that we balance these out in society, or one will overtake the other.
Because it feels to me that we've kind of poo-pooed nurturing, and we've gone completely to
there's certainly
the winning
discussion around
side
the
of it.
value of nurturing in our society in a non-transactional measure, and there's not much of it left.
No.
So that is something that we could, if we map this out, we might say, geez, you know what, we got a major gap there.
Yes.
And what are we going to do about
Not enough green.
Yeah, exactly. We got our. Well, let's look at the next one, which is really relationships that provide us things, relationships that provide us wealth, and we'll call this red because it's kind of fiery.
Yes.